Today we're going to be demonstrating the oral hygiene instruction preventive strategies process. I have already reviewed my patient's medical history and have disclosed my patient. Hi Jessica.
Hi.
Remember when we did that disclosing? So now we're going to talk about what we see with that. I'm going to have you look in the mirror. Can you see those teeth on the bottom there and see all that red that's on there?
Yeah.
Those are areas where we need to get the plaque off of the teeth.
Okay. Wow, I have a lot back here too.
Yeah, I also saw some in the back. Yeah. So let's talk about that, okay? So I'm just going to show you here. This is that red disclosing solution that we put on the teeth. And you can see how in this picture there's a lot on those bottom teeth as well. So what happens is if we're not getting that plaque off around that teeth, we can have gingivitis, okay? So we want to prevent that by making sure that your brushing and flossing technique is correct and that you can keep those gums really healthy.
Okay. Is that gingivitis like permanent?
Well, as you can see, it's reversible. So if we can get you in there doing all those things at home really well, we can make that tissue tighten up and be really healthy again.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
So let's talk about how to do that. Okay? All right. So I'm just going to hand you this Typodon, and that it has all these teeth, and I'd like for you to show me how you're currently brushing at home.
Okay. So I just kind of put my toothbrush in like this, and then I scrub back and forth like this.
Okay. So let me show you another technique that might work better to get that plaque off. Okay. So when you put your toothbrush in, if you angle that at just like a 45-degree angle towards your gum tissue, and you do some small circles like this, do 7 or 8, 10 circles, and then move it 7 or 8, 10 circles like this all along the gum line. Kind of soft. We don't need to scrub and brush real hard. So if you do that softer, that'll help you get that plaque off, especially along that gum tissue.
Well, that seems like it would take a long time.
Well, it takes about 2 minutes to brush. So really we want you brushing a full 2 minutes. Do you think you brush that long now?
Probably not.
Okay. So why don't you show me how you would do that?
Okay. So like this.
Very nice. Wonderful.
Okay.
Great, that's awesome. Nice job. All right, so then let's talk about flossing. I'm going to have you demonstrate to me how you're currently flossing at home. Okay. So here's some floss, and show me what you would do with that.
Okay. So,
oh, okay. Can you pause it? Thanks for showing me how you're currently flossing. I'd like to show you some ways that might help you with that flossing. The first thing is when you pull out your piece of floss, generally what I tell people is if you can hold it and get it just as long as your elbow, that's usually a good length for your floss. And then the other part is if you use your middle finger to wrap your floss, that gives you your index finger and your thumb to help you maneuver your floss. So if you just kind of hold it like this and then wrap it around your finger and then the same thing here and wrap it around until you have about 2 inches of floss remaining. Okay, so do you see now how I can use my fingers and thumb to help me and I don't have to just kind of hold it out here?
Oh yeah.
And then what I want to do is perform C-shaped flossing. So let me show you what that is, okay? So when I take the floss and put it between the teeth, I'm going to kind of pull it like this. See how that makes a C?
Yeah.
And we're going to go up and down a couple of times along the tooth. That allows for the plaque that's on the tooth to kind of be rubbed off and taken off of that tooth.
Okay.
Then we're going to go to the other side, and again, see how I make my C, and I'm using my finger and my thumb to guide the floss, and I'm going to go up and down a couple of times. Okay? So I do that between each tooth. Put that floss in, curve it, up and down. The next time, this direction, up and down. Okay? You want to try that?
Sure.
All right, I'll give you this piece of floss, and then I'll hold this for you.
Okay. So
right around
my middle fingers like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Very nice.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Like that.
And then, yep, your finger and your thumb, and then you'll go right in between those teeth.
Okay.
Nice. Pull it over to the side, up and down a couple times, maybe just a little bit tighter. There you go.
Okay.
Yep. And see how that pulls along the edge of that tooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to go
Really?
underneath that tissue.
Yes, you want to go right under there and you want to pull that plaque out. Because
Yeah, I
remember
don't
when we
usually
looked
do
in the
that.
mirror and we saw that line of plaque on the tooth? That's that line of plaque that we want to get out of that tooth. Get away from that tooth.
Yeah, it hurts when I do that, so I don't usually do that.
So the other thing is sometimes at first when you start going under that tissue, it's a little bit uncomfortable. I kind of tell people it's like exercising. You know how when you first start exercising, your body kind of hurts and is sore, and then the more you do it, the better it gets and the easier it gets? Same thing with your gum tissue.
Oh, okay.
We want to kind of exercise that gum tissue with the floss, make it nice and tight and firm and healthy, just like when you work out.
Oh, great.
Okay? All right. So the other thing that I wanted to talk today about is that area in front along there and how much plaque is on there.
Yeah.
Do you get floss in between there at all?
Well, no, I can't because I have that bar back there, so I only can floss about halfway down.
Oh, okay. So I have something that might be really helpful for you to get underneath that bar.
Okay.
It's called a floss threader. Have you ever used one of these?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me show you how to do that.
Okay.
So you take the little threader. See, it's like a
Okay.
little needle, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
put your floss right through there, and then that can go right in between your teeth. So again, I'm going to take a piece of floss.
Okay.
And we're gonna put it right through, like just threading a needle, right through
Okay.
the end, and then I'll pull it about halfway. And let's show you on that model. Now the model doesn't have a retainer, but we can talk about how to do this. So your retainer goes all along these front teeth, right? This floss threader, see, you can go right underneath that retainer in between the teeth and put it through there, and then you'll pull it up through the back,
Oh.
and then you can floss in between the teeth.
Oh.
And we'll do that
Interesting.
in your mouth and practice in your mouth as well, so that when you go home, you know how to do that.
Okay.
That way you can floss completely in those teeth and then go down by that tissue, just like we talked about, and how you curve it over.
Oh, great.
Okay?
Okay.
Great. All right, let's try that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So I'll have you try that. Why don't you show me if you
So
think you
I
can
just want to go right by the gum line there,
correct.
and then just push it in between the teeth.
Perfect.
Out
Yes.
the other
See
side.
how it comes right
yeah.
out?
And right on the bottom,
Yeah.
underneath that bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
And now see how you can do that C-shaped
Yeah.
right in between there, and then when you're done, you'll
And then
just
just
pull
pull
the
it
piece
like
out.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, see now how you can get all the
Oh,
way down and not
yeah.
just halfway.
That's nice. And then do I just pull
Just
the
pull that
floss out?
straight through.
Okay. Great.
Wonderful. All right, how about if we try everything that we just learned in your mouth? I'm just
Okay.
gonna put some gloves on. We're gonna get you a brand new toothbrush and some new floss, okay?
Perfect.
All right, great.
Thank you.
All right, so Jessica, could you just open that toothbrush, and then we're gonna actually put that in your mouth and practice that brushing that we just learned on that model.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay. So again, if you want to grab your mirror and look in that mirror, remember we talked about just doing a 45-degree angle toward that tissue, and then those small circles, and then you would move it and do those small circles again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? All right. I'm going to have you show me. I will hold that mirror for you,
Okay.
and we'll have you show me that. Oh, okay, that's good. But remember, we want to just do small circles, and we want to turn that towards that. There you go. And then real gentle. We don't have to brush very hard. We want to just do it real gentle. And small circles, and then you'll move to the next spot. Small circles. Great. Good. All right. Nice. Real gently. Good. And see how that gum tissue, it gets right up under there, and that'll take all that plaque away. Very good. All right, well, let's talk about flossing now, and we'll practice that. I'll put this over here. All
How
right.
come I still have plaque in between there?
Well, we're going to talk about flossing. So let's do that with the floss. All right, so remember we talked about doing that C-shaped flossing. Remember, we're going to do that on that middle finger and wrap that floss around, okay? So we just have a couple inches. And then we'll put that in. If you want to look in the mirror, good. Can you see everything? We're going to kind of put that through. And then we're going to go over to the side, up and down, and then we'll go over to the other side, up and down. Do you see how that just took all of that red color out onto that floss? And now look in there. See how that's gone?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to let you practice that. We'll give you this floss, and I'll hold that mirror for you. Very good. All right. Great. Good, nice, very nice job. Good. And then you just want to put that through real gently. So just a little seesaw through and then over to the side, up and down a couple times, and then the other side up and down. Very good. You think that's something you can do at home?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Isn't that a lot easier?
It is.
Yeah, great. Okay, all right. Now let's talk about that floss threader for getting around that retainer. Remember, we're going to use that little needle, and then we're going to put that floss through. Okay, so we're just going to put it halfway through. Just like that.
Okay.
And then if you want to take that mirror, look in the
yeah.
mirror. So remember, we're going to kind of go between the teeth. We're going to put that through and under that retainer. Do you see how it's coming out on the inside? Now, if you're having trouble getting your finger in there, you can take your tongue and just push it forward. Look at that. Now I can just grab it. Okay? And then we're going to pull that all the way through. If it's too thick, you can actually pull one piece out. If not, you can actually just use both pieces. So we're going to go over to the side, up and down a couple of times, and over to this side, up and down a couple of times.
Okay.
And then we can pop that through, and we're just going to pull it all the way straight through.
Okay.
Okay? We got a lot of floss there. Pull that all the way through. Now do you see how you can get all the way down in there? Wonderful. I'll hold that mirror and we'll have you give this a try.
Okay.
Okay? There you go.
Great.
I'll just look in that mirror, put it right through. Nice job. Yep. And keep going all the way through. Then you can use that tongue to just push it forward and grab it with your finger. And keep going through. If it feels too thick, you can just use one piece of the floss, and if not, you can use both. Good. Keep pulling forward there. Kind of come back. There you go. There you go. There you got it. And then you want to wrap it around your fingers just like we did before.
And that was in September, right?
And go over to the side, up and down, over to the side, up and down. Do you see all that disclosing solution coming out of there? Very nice. Wonderful. Good job. Look at how easy that is. And then when you're done, you can come all the way out. Now you saw you had just a little bit of bleeding in there. Sometimes that happens at first because that tissue is kind of sore. Remember we talked about that before, how it was kind of swollen and it had gingivitis?
Yeah.
So the more you do that, the healthier it'll get, and then you won't have that bleeding. Okay?
Great.
All right. Is that something you think you'll be able to do at home? All right, great. Do you have any questions about anything that we talked about today?
No.
Okay, great. I think you'll do a great job at home. And next time we see you, I bet that tissue will be nice and tight. All right, great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.